Hello and welcome to Buzz This Week. My name is Tanay Tiwari. This is a show where you can look left, you can look right, and all that you'll get is news stories from the week gone by with insights, with entertainment, and on today's show, a special guest. So, without wasting any more time, on the show this week, Wade out or not out? The voice of cricket answers. He came, he saw, and he disappeared. There is news on MS Dhoni. Butler gets stumped by a mic. And Jimmy Neesham's advice to all bowlers and all franchises. Matthew Wade hits one in the air. Matt Renshaw catches it, goes beyond the boundary, tosses the ball up in the air. While still beyond the boundary, he jumps, volleys the ball to Tom Banton, who catches it inside the playing area. Is it a 6 or a 4? Is it out or not out? Confused, right? I was too. And then I spoke with the man who knows all things cricket on Buzz This Week FAQ. Today, I have with me Mr. Harsha Bhogle, the voice of cricket, to clear the controversy, to clear everything. Welcome to...
And I have a young lawyer next to me.
Welcome to
I'm
Buzz
sure
This
you've
Week,
studied
sir.
the law. Thank you very much.
Sir, the nations want to know.
No, this is a polite program.
Okay. So the nations want to know.
Yeah.
Was that a catch? Was Wade out? What was your first impression of that catch?
The first time I looked at it, I thought this doesn't seem right because there is somebody stationed outside the boundary, not by intent, but by as it turned out. But the moment you read the law says that the first point of impact, the first stationary position, if it is inside, then you're out because he hasn't held the ball outside. So, it just didn't seem right. If I was a batsman, I wouldn't be breaking things, but I'd be upset.
But the question then goes to, can't you give it to the fielders and the bowlers? Everything is skewed in favor of the batsman anyway.
Correct.
Can't you
So
just
give it to the fielder. But what's interesting here is, and this is not my thinking, spoke to Mr. Taufel, very erudite umpire, so I'm not pretending to know. It's interesting the difference between cricket and football. A lot of us see football, especially after VAR, that's got all you fans all worked up. There is a vertical plane. There's a goal line and there's a vertical plane. The moment the ball crosses the vertical plane, then it's a goal. In cricket, the ball can cross the vertical plane, but till it lands beyond the boundary rope, it's not a 6.
True.
So fielder right on the edge, without his feet touching the rope, can actually lean without any part of him touching anything beyond the boundary, can actually lean and catch the ball. So the ball might have cleared the boundary by a couple of feet, but if he catches it, then you're still out. So there is no vertical plane. It's where the ball is grounded. And in this case, the ball wasn't grounded. But the side light is, and this is what I asked him, and I thought this was interesting. Normally, you see the fielder on the boundary, he's losing balance. You stay solid. Okay. He's losing balance. He's got to toss the ball up in a manner that he can come back in and catch it. If he can catch it from outside, doesn't matter where it puts it up, right?
True.
So I wondered whether the ball is 2 meters outside. He jumps up, pushes it up, comes down, jumps up, pushes it up, comes down, and finds his way inside and catches it. That would be not out. That would be 6, in fact.
Okay.
Because the last point of contact of the person who holds the catch is outside the boundary. In this case, Renshaw volleyballed the ball almost
to
someone who was inside. So the person who took the catch, his last stationary position was inside the ground.
the plane.
So he's out. I don't see. We learn something new every day.
I think that was also the debate around this entire thing, that someone could just keep volleyballing it outside the boundary just to
That'd be fun, wouldn't it? That would be great fun to watch.
Wait for someone to come in and relate. But do you see a change in the law coming because of this, or is it fine as is?
Look, the fact that he has to find someone who is inside the ground means that you won't get too many examples like these. You will get someone who's jumping up and pushing the ball back in. The moment we saw the boundary catches for the first time, we thought, wow, it started happening again. This can happen. But he'll still have to have the ball reasonably close to the boundary line. So I don't see it affecting it too much.
Okay.
From that point of view, I don't see them I don't see them changing the law. Because if they change the law, then you'll have to say first point inside, last point inside. It'll get a little complicated. But as people say, the skill involved.
There you have it. Now you have everything. Notes liye? Liye na. Thank you so much for joining us on Buzz This Week, sir. From a 330 ball 546 as a school kid to India's under-19 World Cup winning captain, to a century on test debut, to an injury, to a doping violation. Life has been a full roller coaster ride for Prithvi Shaw all this while. It's like your cell phone's battery. One moment you look at it, it's fine. The next moment you look at it, suddenly it's at 6% and ready to switch off. But things have been difficult for him off the field as well. Just when he seemed like making a comeback, he's been struck with injury again. But that's not it. The Mumbai team manager, according to a report in the Times of India, said that he has reported off-field indiscipline violations from Prithvi Shaw. What are these indiscipline violations, you ask? Well, that's for the Mumbai team to decide. And Prithvi Shaw isn't the only one who will miss India A's tour off New Zealand. Hardik Pandya will also miss India A's tour. In his place has been drafted Vijay Shankar, and that is because Hardik Pandya has not recovered from his stress fracture of the back. बड़े दिन हो गए MS धोनी पे कोई न्यूज़ नहीं आई ना? अब आ गई है. Ravi Shastri in an interview said that MS Dhoni might have played his last ODI and his T20I fortunes will be decided post the IPL. MS Dhoni in an interview said that he rues not diving on that fateful day against New Zealand. Something that I think Misbah also thinks. Time and again, I shouldn't have played that lap shot. But MS sir, you've dived far too often and you've completed far too many singles and taken India home. So what you didn't at that point in time, for whatever it's worth and for whenever it's applicable, hashtag thank you Dhoni. Rohit is better than Kohli in IPL. See, I said that. The mic didn't catch it, the camera didn't catch it. That's how you do it, Joss. You don't stand up to the stumps to a spinner and abuse a batsman and then blame the stump mic.
It adds to the viewership experience, doesn't it? Having stump mics and being able to hear a bit of what goes on. But I think also the players like the fact that what should go on the field stays on the field and isn't heard necessarily by everyone at home. So yeah, I'm sure it's up for debate.
What do you think? Do you think stump mics should be there or they should be taken out? Tell us using hashtag BuzzThisWeek. There's a lot of internet-breaking stuff happening at the BBL. Marcus Stoinis scoring the highest ever individual score in the history of the BBL. Haris Rauf and Rashid Khan taking a hat-trick on the same day, and Tom Banton going berserk. But none of that really broke the internet for us, because this from Jimmy Neesham on Twitter did. He praised Glenn Maxwell. Then a fan asked him, how do you stop Glenn Maxwell? What's your advice to the bowlers? To which he said, be picked by the same side as Glenn Maxwell. Oh, that is such a gully cricket move, Jimmy. If you can't bowl to a batsman, make sure that you get picked in his team or ask your captain to pick him in your team. You get the points for that one. That's all that we have for you on the show this week. Until next week, keep sending in your FAQs using hashtag BuzzThisWeek because you know they always get answered by the best in the business because that's what we do. So until next week,